Hey guys, so cranking out videos on a Sunday. It's been a day, and I used to do videos every day, and now I'm doing them maybe 6 days a week because I don't get any work done. So you guys, I'm trying to make a how to keto adapt basic book guideline because it doesn't exist. Like, there's all these books that tend to be overcomplicated with too much information, and people just want to know the very basics in a short document, easy read. Bam! So be looking out for that in 1 month. It's time. I've had almost 1,500 consultations, and I've learned a lot more than a lot of PhDs. So when people say, she doesn't know what she's talking about, she's no doctor, then why am I getting people into ketosis and they're getting the business? Including in my, I think there have two of my most proud moments as a keto mama. And that would be working with a drug-resistant, epileptic young female whose top neurological doctor could not, and top ketogenic dietitian could not get her into ketosis. They couldn't. So seizures didn't stop until little Miss non-PhD did it. So through a lot of people, you just get a lot of trial and error, and you learn a lot. I track everybody. Like I said, number volumes will give you some sense of what's going on. My other little, I have a couple little proud moments, but another big one was a marathon runner. Because when I have people try to do keto, I ramp it down. Their workouts, and I explain, I want you guys to do time under tension. I want you to ditch your sprint training, your HIIT training, your running, your long distance running, your long distance biking, for enough time to make the darn ketones. So that could be 4 to 6 weeks before you start ramping it back up to your endurance training. But it took this guy 8 months because I told him that you can't try ketogenic protocol and go run a bunch of kilometers. Can't. Didn't work. Took him 8 months, but he got in and he did really well in a competition in ketosis, so that's another proud moment. So these stories I will put in my book as well, so you guys can see that these are true stories and not a bunch of BS. All right. Okay, so let's get right on to it. I want to talk about a little reproductive issue, right? So you guys are having low testosterone. A lot of you. 50% of you. Yes, it's scary what's happening to our men, the feminization of the man, right? They're no longer hunter-gatherers. It's kind of scary. People are distracted, they can't focus, they're tapping, you're like, they're sitting there tapping on things, looking around, they can't focus. Oxytocin, women and men in their vasopressin, women in oxytocin, and on their hormones are whacked out. And so I want to talk a little bit about men with low T, and I'll do a video about women with estrogen dominance and these effects. Like, it's gnarly when your progesterone is not balancing with your testosterone. Basically, there's 3 estrogens, and then your testosterone, and there's progesterone. And when you guys don't, both men and women, when they're not balanced, everything gets out of whack. So everything that affects hormones, including thyroid medication and poor adrenal health, will affect your sex hormones for both men and women. But for men, you guys, like, even if you got low testosterone, you go online, you're like, oh, I'm eating more red meat, I'm working out harder, I'm taking zinc and vitamin D. This is the classic stuff you'll see the first thing when you Google on the internet. It's way more complicated than that. If you have adrenal insufficiency, which actually helps regulate your sex hormones, and you want to think about if you're losing your B complex, and then you have to think about what's going on with my thyroid and iodine. But then you can't just go take iodine supplements because they can harm you. So then you'd have to take things like kelp iodine. And what about selenium? You've got to have this selenium iodine balance. But then there's Brazil nuts, which have a lot of phytic acid and omega-6, and they're what else? Mycotoxins. It gets a little complicated, guys. And even if you had all the best supplementation in the world, it won't work if you're malabsorptive. I know! You can't win for losing, but you can win. And the way that you raise your testosterone back up is time, patience, and absolute commitment, like you're training for the mother-sucking Olympics. I'm not playing, guys. I'm a woman, I'm almost 49, and I've been saying that, but I just want to get you guys in that mood. This is a woman who's almost 50, and in less than a year and a half, I will be 50, and I've just gotten better over time as far as improving my health. So the health comes from the inside and it pops to the outside. I love it. I can't, if people don't want to do keto, don't do it. If you want to understand my journey, because proof is in the pudding, you guys see me in videos every single day. And so you can therefore go, I saw her last year, she looked like this, and then she's gained weight, and then no. You see me almost around the same. In fact, I think that if we go 4 or 5 years back, you're going to see an improvement on everything. Skin, lean body mass, and energy. All right, so why are men having low testosterone? So the symptoms, like obviously you have a hard time getting a woody, holding a woody, you're moody, you're cranky, you can't focus, you don't sleep well, you can't perform at the gym, can't perform anywhere. It's a hot mess. You don't have the desire to chase tail anymore, and that is not good. So if you're demotivated, if you're tired, if you're exhausted, if you have adrenal insufficiencies, you're not going to want to procreate. And that's happening to a lot of men. They have no focus, they're super ADD, and you crash between 1 and 5 p.m. That's your crash zone? No. What the hell is going on? All right, well, all the crap I talk about, not crap, it's not crap, it's just a lot of redundant information, but let's glue it together for the men with low testosterone. So what do we have? Blood sugar dysregulation. Sugar's up, then you crash. Sugar goes up, and you crash. Now your pancreas doesn't work well anymore, and you're becoming insulin resistant. Now you have too much sugar, because the insulin's not working, because the insulin's taking sugar out of the blood. Now you have too much sugar in your bloodstream, and what happens? It destroys cells, and that's called advanced glycation end product. It's aging you, essentially. No good. So blood sugar, too much, insufficient pancreas, too much insulin, those are really problematic. Then, on top of that, you guys are stuffing yourself with medication. Medication. Now the liver's overworking. That's not good, because the liver needs to clear out junk, including estrogen. And now you guys have too much estrogen, and you can't clear it out. That's another problem. And plastics. We're talking pesticides on foods. I'm not kidding, yo. The hormone, you going out to Panda Bear or McDonald's or what the hell, or whatever restaurants where their stuff is super injected with hormones. Yeah, testosterone burning. Every time you eat out, you guys are eating out. Right? What about what do they use? Soybean oil to cook with? In restaurants, they cheap bastards. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Using totally bad trans fats. What does that do? Kill your testosterone. Kill it. Why do you guys eat out so much? What's the big deal? Learn how to pre-prep your food, yo. And make sure that your food has the pesticide free. Do your due diligence. Do your research. Yes, very important. People are like, men are like, do I have to eat organic? I'm like, yes. So stop wasting money on other things and invest it in your body. Now, what else? So the plastic bottles, the freaking cell phone in your nuts, right? All day long, right there. Cell phone, killing your little testosterone nuts. Yes, your testes. Yes, I know, every damn thing. You see this pink top? Dye coloring. Yes. Toxins. Environmental toxins. Lowers your testosterone. Makes your liver not function properly, and now you can't get rid of the darn estrogen. You guys have low stomach acid because you're stressed. You drink alcohol, which also lowers your testosterone. Smoking cigarettes lowers your testosterone. Drinking caffeine, Red Bulls, 5-hour whatever energy drink, the coffee, a lot of the black tea and the white tea, I don't care. It's lowering your testosterone because you become malabsorptive because it's a diuretic, and if you got leaky gut, stuff just coming out of you. Yep, it's not quantum physics, guys. Somebody on my YouTube is like, it's such bullshit that coffee is bad for you. It's fabulous. But then every single mom or TV shows telling their kids, you can't drink coffee, you're too young. But what about the antioxidant benefits? What about the mycotoxins? Y'all, men have too low testosterone. So do the math and put it together. parabens, lotions, your deodorant, like your shaving cream. These are toxins, guys. Your liver has to get rid of them. And if your liver enzymes are messed up, so is now you're raising little estradiol, little problem, the ratios between estrogen and your testosterone. Stress lowers your testosterone because it's called pregnenolone steal. Cortisol is going into the highest little tree, like a little pyramid up there, pink, and it starts robbing from your pregnenolone, which is the precursor to all your sex hormones. And now you're producing too much DAT. You have the aromatization of men, where you have this conversion into too much estrogen. So, I mean, I don't understand people, like, take 2 seconds to pay attention to your body, to get rid of all of these estrogens and exogenous estrogens and xenoestrogens. That's a real big problem. You can't sleep, which means you don't learn how to detox. Your detoxification highways are junked up, all of them. You don't drink enough water. You're like exercising on pre-workouts. Your adrenals are freaking stretched out. And the adrenals are what help regulate your sex hormones. And then what happens? You can't sleep at night. Guys are starting to have to pee when you get into them like 40s and 50s. Little prostate starts to be pushing on your bladder because that starts growing because nobody's watching what they're eating, guys. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the men. You guys diet, and then the doctor's like, oh, take this little pellet. Oh, take this little testosterone cream. Then you get a little testicle little shutdown. It's either going to be temporary or it's permanent, and it all depends on the individual person's epigenetics. I mean, I don't mess with hormone stuff. I don't mess with that stuff because your body microdoses out. Your body's like a little, what is it when you're going to the drugstore? It knows how to like microdose out your hormones. And then when you take things for exogenously, your body doesn't. The doctors guess dosages. They don't know because your body doesn't know what your particular thumbprint DNA needs. Your genetics, your epigenetics. So, you know, trying to lower your estrogen, and then guys are taking estrogen blockers. How dumb is that? You still need the estrogen, guys. You're continuing to make your hormones out of balance, and you're raising the risk for testicular cancer and a lot of cancers exponentially. And it's just not fun seeing guys become feminized, tired all the time. Adrenals are burnt. A lot of guys are developing thyroid and gallbladder issues. Those are typically female issues. You guys have GERD, acid reflux. You have candida overgrowth like crazy, which is helping to cater to your estrogen dominance, that overgrowth of fungus. So it's just way more complicated than zinc, calcium, vitamin D, you know, these supplements that people say to take, and eating some, you know, some grass-fed meat and some butter and getting your cholesterol, because that's another big one, that you guys aren't eating enough cholesterol because you're afraid of having a heart attack. My doctor said I need to go on statins because my total cholesterol was 300. Did he test the ratios between triglycerides and HDLs? No. Did they test for, or focus on that? No. Did they test for the small particle B? No. Guys got to do your due diligence and learn. So if you guys want to learn more, stephanieperson.com. Oh! I'm going to say this in every video. I'm making an ebook. Yes, maybe I said at the beginning. I don't remember. I just keep doing so much stuff. Ebook to put all these questions and answers into a simple, short, clear ebook on everything, A to Z, on how to keto adapt. Because no book has that info, and everybody's confused. Yes. So I'm going to try to get that out in about a month, so be looking out for that. I'm going to talk about every video. And otherwise, you can book a consultation and talk to me directly, or you can go to Periscope and download the Periscope app at Stuff the Business. You guys can always go to the show notes below me and just click on the link. It'll take you there to my Facebook, my Instagram, or any of that stuff. So I'm about to peace out, guys.